So what is the Youth Mobility Scheme visa? The Youth Mobility Scheme is an opportunity for young people to come to the UK and to live and work for a period of generally 2 years. Now the scheme is only open to nationals of certain countries, and the country that a person is a national of sets out some specific requirements that they would have to meet. Now there are some general requirements, and this is applicable to all the countries that can benefit from the scheme. Firstly, applicants need to be at least 18. They must be applying to enter the UK with this visa and to essentially obtain the visa to come to the UK on that basis. They must have also not held leave under the Youth Mobility Scheme before, and they must be able to demonstrate that they have access to funds of at least £2,530 to demonstrate that they can maintain themselves. Now these are the requirements that are applicable specifically to nationals of Australia, Canada, New Zealand, South Korea and Monaco. But it's worth noting that nationals of these countries, except for Monaco, can be eligible to apply down the scheme up until the age of 35. For all other countries, which also includes Monaco, the maximum age is 30. Now there are some additional rules for certain countries that must be met as well. And these countries specifically are Hong Kong, Taiwan, San Marino, Iceland, India, Andorra and Uruguay. Now I won't go over the specific requirements here for all of those countries, but there are some specific ones that are useful to be aware of for Hong Kong, Taiwan and India. Specifically, these countries require application to a ballot that are released at certain stages. And if a person is lucky enough, once they've entered that ballot, they would receive an invitation, and they can then use that invitation to make an application on the Youth Mobility Scheme visa. It's also worth noting for India that the requirement there is that the person also have a qualification to at least a degree level, or more specifically to an RQF level 6. Now, if successful, a person is generally granted a period of 2 years to come to the UK, and it's possible to undertake employment, except as a professional sports person. It is also possible to undertake self-employment, but there are specific conditions in place, essentially to make sure that that self-employment is as a sole trader and that the business generally remains quite small. It's generally not possible to extend the Youth Mobility Scheme visa, except for nationals of Australia, Canada and New Zealand. Nationals of these countries can make an application to extend their leave in the UK for a further year, but that just means essentially that the total time spent under the Youth Mobility Scheme visa for nationals of that country can only be for a period of 3 years. Now what this also means is that the Youth Mobility Scheme visa is not a route to settlement. If someone's looking to attain settlement or is looking to live in the UK for a longer period, they would need to think about moving on to a different visa that does lead to settlement. In many cases, that might be a skilled worker visa or a family-based visa. So if you're looking to come to the UK on the basis of the Youth Mobility Scheme, and if you'd like to have a discussion about the requirements, please don't hesitate to contact us at Latitude Law, and we'd be happy to do so.